Learn all about shapes in this complete lesson. At the end of this lesson, we will do a fun 2D and 3D shape hunt.
Let's begin with 2D shapes first. Basic shapes. There are 4 basic shapes: square, rectangle, triangle, and a circle. So begin with square. How to draw a square? For that we need 4 equal line segments. Now take one of these line segments as a base, and the other one you can take it to draw the vertical side. Now the point of intersection of the vertical line and the horizontal line is one corner. Now repeat the same thing with the other 2 lines. We'll complete the square. Now what have you noticed in the case of a square? In a square, all the 4 sides are equal. And a square has 4 sides and 4 corners. Now let us take up the second case of rectangle. Here again we need 4 lines. As before, let us draw first the horizontal base, then draw the vertical side. Now the point of intersection of the horizontal line and the vertical line is a corner. Now repeat the same thing with the other 2 lines, and thus we complete the rectangle. Now in a rectangle, again as in the case of a square, what have you noticed? In a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. And a rectangle has 4 sides and 4 corners. A rectangle has 2 long sides and 2 short sides. Now which are the 2 long sides? This is one long side and this is the other long side. Now which are the short sides? This is one short side and this is the other short side. So we have completed square and rectangle. Now let us do the third basic shape, triangle. As the name suggests, triangle means a basic shape having 3 sides. Now here we are going to do it as 3 different cases. In the first case, you take 3 equal line segments, and we are going to draw a triangle with 3 equal sides. Now take one of these lines as the base, and the second you will have to draw like this. Now the point of intersection of the 2 lines is the corner. Now repeat the same with the third line, and thus you complete the triangle. So in this triangle there are 3 sides and 3 corners. Now let's take the second case. In the second case we are going to take 3 unequal lines. Take one of the lines as the baseline, and the other one you can draw like this. Again here the point of intersection of the baseline and the slanting line is the corner. Now the third you have to draw joining these 2 points, and thus we complete the second triangle, that case 2. Now in the third case we'll take 2 equal sides and 1 unequal side. Here take one of this longer one as the base. The slanting line will be like this. Again here the point of intersection of the slanting line and the horizontal line is the corner, and then you join these 2 points and complete the triangle, and this is your case 3. Now we'll write what have you observed in the 3 cases. A triangle has 3 sides and 3 corners. In a triangle all the 3 sides can be equal as in case 1, and all the 3 sides can be unequal as in case 2, and 2 lines equal and 1 unequal as in case 3. Now let's do the last basic shape, that is circle. What is a circle? A circle is a round shaped figure and it has no sides or corners. Now half of a circle is called semicircle. The other 4-sided 2D shapes having 4 sides and 4 corners are trapezium, parallelogram, rhombus and kite. Let us do the other 2D shapes now, which have more than 4 sides. Here, this is a pentagon, this is the hexagon and octagon. A pentagon has 5 sides and 5 corners. Hexagon has 6 sides and 6 corners. Octagon has 8 sides and 8 corners. Now these shapes we are going to use in chapter 13, data handling and puzzles. The chapter we are doing now is chapter 2, shapes. You answer questions on page 11 and 12 from the book. There are many puzzles in chapter 13. Now here I am going to ask you 2 questions. I have 4 equal sides and 4 corners. What am I? I am a square. I have 5 sides and 5 corners. What am I? I am a pentagon. So you can ask similar questions to your friends. I have 3 sides and 3 corners. What am I? I am a triangle. Today we are going to do the next part of chapter 2, shapes, from mathematics workbook. Details you can see in the description below. We are going to explore some new shapes, long and round, with Tina the tomato and Gus the god. But before that, first let's quickly recall the basic shapes. You can watch the previous video for better understanding. Now let's recall. Let me ask Bob first. What shape is this, Bob? Yes? Yeah, it is a rectangle, you are right. And what more can you say about a rectangle?
A rectangle has 2 long sides and 2 short sides, in all 4 sides and 4 corners. Opposite sides are equal.
Oh, you took 10 seconds, no problem. Now next, who can answer what shape is this? Yes, Kim, can you? Yeah.
Square. A square has 4 equal sides and 4 corners.
Very good, very quick. Okay, now next. What shape is this? Who is going to answer? Yes, Ted. What shape is this?
Triangle. Triangle has 3 sides and 3 corners.
Triangle. And triangle has 3 sides and 3 corners. Can you show me the 3 corners? Correct. Very good. Now, next question. What shape is this? Who can answer this? Now, out of this, Ted has already answered. Now, James. Okay, we'll give a chance to Sam. Okay, leg is fractured. Okay, Sam. Now you answer. What shape is this?
Circle. A circle has no sides or corners.
That's great. So you all have understood correctly. So great job remembering. When you draw 2D shapes on a paper, for example, this rectangle, they occupy only that part of the paper. They are flat. A rectangle has length and also breadth. It is also called as width. That means it has 2 dimensions, length and width, and so it is called a 2D shape. Now consider a rectangular box. Its base is rectangle in shape and it has one more dimension, that is height. So length, width and height, and therefore these type of shapes are called 3D shapes. I can give you one more example. See here, one cylinder. Now top and bottom of a cylinder is circular in shape. But today we are going to talk about 1D shapes. That is those shapes which have only length. We talk about only length. Now for example, take the length of the caterpillar. This is a caterpillar. We talk about only the length of the caterpillar. Shapes that are long in one direction are called long shapes. So today we are going to focus on shapes that are long in one dimension and shapes that are round. That I am going to tell you a story of Tina the tomato and Gus the god. Now they both were very good friends. Now you can see here Gus is very thin, slender, he's tall, whereas Tina is plump, isn't it? She can roll around in the farm with her friends. So one day, Gus the Gourd and Tina the Tomato decided that they should go around in the farm, vegetable farm, to find more friends. On a sunny day, Gus and Tina decided to explore the farm and find more friends. So as they wandered, they met so many other vegetables, long and round. When they reached the vegetable farm, Tina and Gus were so excited. See here, Gus started shouting, Tina, look, so many long gourds. Some look like snakes. The last one is Lufa. There were long beans here also. I can't see them now. Tina said, so nice, Gus. The farm was very big. So both Tina and Gus, they continued their walk. And when they reached in one place, Gus saw drumsticks. So he told Tina, look Tina, these are long drumsticks. Though they don't belong to our family, we are good friends. They belong to our group. And then Tina said, wow Gus, so many round shaped pumpkins. Both were excited to see their own types. She said they are round shaped pumpkins and tomatoes like me. And then again Gus showed her, see this is bitter gourd. It has many medicinal values. It is very bitter in taste. And Tina, look, some more type of gourds like me. And the pumpkins were also very happy to see Tina. They said, hello Tina, how are you? We are getting ready for Halloween. As Tina and Gus walked along, they came across some watermelon and pumpkins. Tina was very excited to see this, and she suddenly said, wow, Gus, so many round shaped pumpkins and juicy watermelons. Gus said, yes, so nice, Tina. Later, as they walked along, they saw some long gourds and some round vegetables kept ready for dispatch, and some arranged in a rack. Seeing this, Tina said, Gus, you know, moms love me because I give color and taste to their food and gravy. Children also love my soup. Then Gus said, yes, Tina, moms love me too. They use me for making kofta and milk sweets. Tina and Gus were very happy to have seen so many shapes. They said to each other, whether long or round, every shape has its special place in the world. They decided to go back in the farm and play. So hope you have liked the story of Gus and Tina. Now what you do is go to a vegetable shop with your parents, see long and round vegetables and fruits. Write their names, note the color and draw them on a paper. And the writing activity I am giving you today is answer pages 8, 9 and 10 from the mathematics workbook. So hope you have liked the video. Please join me again for the next part of shapes, that is rolling shapes and sliding shapes. Let's begin with the story of a grandma, how a rolling object like barrel saved her life. Long time ago, a grandmother lived alone in a forest. She was very thin. You can see the way she is walking. There were many animals around who wanted to eat her. Tired of staying alone, she decided to visit her daughter. Now, to reach her daughter's house, it was a long way. She had to cross the forest. Along the way, there were many animals, and she told each animal she met that she would stay with her daughter, put on some flesh and weight, and then they could eat her. It was getting darker and darker, So she started walking very fast and her daughter was waiting for her. Grandmother stayed with the daughter for a long time, and then when it was time for her to return home, she told her daughter to give her a barrel and she can escape from the animals because the barrel would roll on the road, and she said the road is slopey. On the way, the animals were chasing her and then she had to speed up. Can you see how she is coming? The drum is moving fast and then she comes out of it. So this way grandma reached home safely without any animals eating her, and then she goes inside the house. This way the rolling barrel saved grandma's life. Now what do you mean by rolling? When an object moves, turning over and over, it is rolling. The barrel was moving, it was turning over and over, and that is called rolling. Now, circular or round objects can roll. Objects with curved surfaces roll. Look at this ball, it is rolling. It is rolling, turning over and over again. Next is sliding. Now, objects with flat surfaces slide. Now, look at this rectangular block. Look at it, how it is sliding. Now you can see here three examples of slides. So when an object moves along a flat surface smoothly, it is sliding. Now there are some objects which have both curved surface and flat surface. So they can both roll and slide. Now look at this tire. See, if you keep it like this, it will roll. And if you keep it with this flat surface, it will slide. I'll take another example, a barrel. But this barrel is not uniform, so you can see the way it is rolling. Now see this barrel, the type of barrel grandma used. If you take its flat surface, see how it moves. See, it is sliding. Hope you understood the difference between rolling and sliding and the objects that can both roll and slide. Then please answer the questions on rolling and sliding from the mathematics workbook. The details of the book you can see in the description below. Now let's conclude what you have learned so far. Rolling and sliding behavior of an object depend on its surface. Now what are the types of surfaces? Curved surface and flat surface. Curved surfaces can roll. Now look at the ball. And flat surfaces can slide. Here it is sliding. Objects with both curved and flat surfaces can both roll and slide. So please do join me again for the next part, 2D shape hunt with tally marks. 2D shape hunt with tally mark. We are going to do a lot of vacation activities today. You can also see the playground special for playground activities. So please stay tuned till the end of the video. We have a lot of interesting things today. Leah and Bob will take you for a virtual 2D shape hunt after a groovy shape dance by our participants, and also you can hear the story of tally marks. And Bob and Leah will also sing songs for you on shapes. Rectangle and square, triangle and circle, we are 2D shapes, we are 2D shapes. We are 2D shapes, we are 2D shapes, we are 2D shapes, we are 2D shapes. Rectangle and square, triangle and circle, rectangle and square, triangle and circle. We are 2D shapes, we are 2D shapes, we are 2D shapes. Bob and Leah returned home for a 2D virtual shape hunt. They start from the inside the house. Bob starts from the front door and Leah starts from the kitchen. And here Lijo also joins them. Now you can see different shapes, rectangular, this is also rectangle, this is a window, and these are from the study room. And Leah finds microwave oven, circular pizza, oven shaped egg, then triangular piece of watermelon, and here a semicircular umbrella, a TV, rectangular shaped TV, and also a diamond shape. They are very happy to see all this, and they sing a song. Shape, 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 shapes are everywhere, shapes are everywhere. Rectangle and square, triangle and circle, rectangle and square, triangle and circle. We are 2D shape. Leah and Bob were not satisfied with what they found inside the house, so they decided to go outside the house and again see more things. Leah and Bob continue their shape hunt. They come on the road and they see here traffic cones, bicycle, some traffic signals, and also they notice some doors of houses, windows, and also they notice some vehicles going here and there, car and bus. Bob and Leah wanted to explore more, so what they do, they go further into a farm. Bob and Leah reached a farm and they noticed some triangular shaped roofs, houses with triangular shape, and they walked further. As they walked further, they could hear eating. So they were very curious to see what was happening. They walked in the direction of the sound and they could see a lot of sheep waiting to go out for grazing, and Gary uncle was also there with them. They go near Gary uncle and Leah asks him,
Gary uncle, what are these lines?
They are called tally marks.
they saw these lines here and they were curious to know what it was. After all the sheep had left, Bob and Leah wanted to know about Gary the shepherd's clever way of counting, about tally marks. Leah comes near Gary and asks,
Gary uncle, can you please tell us the story on tally marks?
Okay, kids. Long time ago, people didn't know how to count numbers. So they used a simple method called tally marks. They would make a small line on the wall, stones or wood, and each line represented one item.
Gary uncle continued his story.
As each sheep leave the pen, we draw a vertical line on a piece of wood or wall, one line for each sheep. By the time all the sheep were out, we had a row of lines. As each sheep returned, we draw another line next to the first one or wipe out the previous one. This way, we could easily see if any sheep were missing.
Bob and Leah were fascinated. They decided to use tally marks to count the shapes they found during their 2D shape hunt. They decided to draw a line for each circle, square, rectangle and triangle they discovered and wanted to tell their friends the story of tally marks. They were very excited to tell their teacher too and discuss this topic in the class. As Leah and Bob reached the school with great excitement, to their surprise, their teacher had already kept one question ready to answer. She said, use tally to count the shape shown on the right side and record in the table given below. But Leah and Bob, they knew how to answer. Say what they did, they stood on either side of the shapes to help teacher. Here they were drawn and the names were written here. And one by one they were asked to count, and here they would put the tally, one vertical line. So here we start. Rectangle, see here, rectangle, red color, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And here there are 6 tallies put here. The fifth you have to put across. This is how the tallies are written. Now next is circle. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So there are 5 tallies written here. Next comes square. 1, 2, no more. So only 2. Then comes pentagon. There is only one pentagon. Then comes triangle. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 triangles are there. So this is how we write tally. And the teacher asks Leah and Bob to count and write it here, the total number. They write it very quickly and finish it. And later she asks one more question. Which shape did you see the most? So here, this is the shape they found the most, 6. What is that shape? Rectangle. Which shape did you see the least? Only one, pentagon. So later, Bob and Leah, they made another table like this to write and put tally marks for whatever they had seen in the virtual 2D shape hunt. Let's have a quick look at the vacation activities. Here, activity 1, shape hunt and tally, the way Bob and Leah did. You can go on a virtual shape hunt around the house or classroom, find and count different 2D shapes. And as you find each shape, record the number using tally marks. Now activity 2, shape sorting and tallying. Take a mix of 2D shape cutouts, sort the cutouts into groups, all circles together, squares together, and then after sorting, count each set of cutouts and use tally marks to record the number of each shape. And activity 3, shape and tally games. We'll roll a dice with different 2D shapes on each face and draw tally marks for the shape that appears. And the last one, shape card picking and tallying. You can stick shape cutouts on old playing cards if you have. Shuffle properly, pick one card at a time, draw tally marks for the shape that appears. So if you have some idea, you can also have more activities and enjoy your vacation. Welcome all to the magic show presented by the one and only magician Bobindo. He's going to unveil a different kind of magic. With his creativity, he assembled shapes to craft meaningful pictures. Imagine shapes coming together and transforming into delightful images. His trustworthy assistant, Jackie, will reveal the secrets behind assembling shapes. Pay attention and use that knowledge and your imagination to create your own masterpieces. So, dear audience, stay tuned till the very end. Now, without further delay, let's welcome magician Bobindo. Abracadabra! Abracadabra! Oh, fruits floating in the air. Abracadabra! Abracadabra! Jackie, hello everyone. I am going to show you some images from mathematics workbook from cover page till the end of the book. What you need to do is choose the correct basic shapes required for assembling. Group them and create picture of your imagination. If required, use edit points. And finally, fill the shapes with color. It's that simple. Here I am going to show you few more pictures of the workbook made out of basic shapes in different categories. Halloween special. Different modes of transportation. These were animated in the previous videos. You can watch them again. Ruler. Animals and insects. Leaves of all categories are there. And this is caterpillar. Few more pictures from the book. See if you like them, you can draw. You can also assemble them like this. They are very simple. In the last part, I shall show you assembling of a house. You need a triangle, a rectangle and small squares, and also another rectangle for a door. First draw like this, then the door, then the windows, and then color. That's all. This video is a continuation of exploring magic of shapes to create meaningful pictures. Today, we are going to do in detail step by step what Jackie the magician had said in the previous video. Stay tuned till the end of the video. Here I am going to show you the enlarged picture of birds, fruits, vegetables, rabbit that came out of magician Bobindo's magic hat. All the images created are by assembling basic shapes. So creating more images shown in this book can be a very good vacation activity. Let us explore some shapes from Microsoft Shapes and how to access them. Click on Insert. A window will open like this and you can see shapes. Click on that. And here in basic shapes, under basic shapes, you can see many familiar shapes which you have already learned. Out of this, I am going to select one shape which is written here, there. If you keep the cursor on the top of it, you can see teardrop. I am going to use this teardrop. Now this teardrop, I call it as a magic drop because you can create so many different shapes with the help of this. Here there is a yellow dot, pull it inside or pull it out, you get different shapes. Think about some shape. Suppose if I think I want to make a tomato, I'll pull this yellow a little bit inside like this, little like this, and then turn it like this. Then take shape format, click on shape format, shape fill it with red color, shape outline it with red color. For it to look more natural, you can select some gradient color so it will look more natural, and then you can make a leaf here, small green color over here. Now next useful shape is click on cloud. Here cloud. See, this is the cloud. So here this shape is mainly used for clouds and also you can use it for trees. So you can give green color, this green color or this green color, whichever green color you want. And if you want, you can make the outline also green and then give a trunk to this, so it will become a tree. There are two more tools here. I'll show you the two more tools. Go back to shapes. The tools which I am talking about are here free form. If you want any smooth curve or anything, you can use this free form and shape format. Go to edit shape and edit points. 5 edit points. You can make use of these edit points to pull it in any direction you want. If you pull like this, you can pull like this way, this way. Imagine what you want. This I have made small, and then this one you have to hold on either shift or control and then click again on shape format and click on group. I'll take already made shapes, ungroup them to show you how you can split it and make it into different pictures. In this particular flower, take several teardrop shapes and arrange them in a circle with the pointy ends facing inward. I will ungroup it. For that, go to shape format and go to group and then ungroup. After ungrouping, I'll just remove one petal. See, this is how it is. And again, here this is a circle. Now I'll reposition them and group them again. Now this lotus flower, here also these petals are made from teardrop shapes. But in this case, the pointed end is pointing outwards. Now if I ungroup and show you, go to shape format, group, ungroup. You have to ungroup because it's again I have grouped it. Ungroup, and then you can see one by one. These are all teardrops. Now I'll reposition them and group them. For grapes, take several oval shapes and arrange them closely together in a bunch, and this will form a cluster of grapes. Here again, if you want, I'll just ungroup and show you. And then you can remove like this one by one. And this is done using free form. I shall ungroup this and show you. You have rectangle, big rectangle, small rectangle, for big rectangle for the body, then triangle, rectangle, circle for the wheels. And this is a smiley face. And just group them together and then you get this shape. And for the football, you use pentagon shapes to create the structure of a football. Arrange them closely together to form a spherical design. For tomato, use one teardrop shape, pull it slightly inside and then add a gradient red to make it pop. Finish it with a leafy part, here leafy part on the top to complete the look. For capsicum, you utilize free form shapes to draw the outline of the capsicum. Add green at the top for the stem to complete the look. Remember that the coloring part is the most important part. Hope you all have liked this video. Dear parents, encourage your kids to explore innovative ideas and nurture their interest in art. While professional images from various websites can be useful, no doubt, there is something truly special about nurturing a child's creativity and watching their unique visions come to life. Inspire them to think outside the box and express themselves through their own artistic creations. So that's all in this video. And join again for the next video on 3D shapes as a continuation of this video. Goodbye everyone and take care. Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to Math Voyage 2024 to 3D shape hunt with Tally Mark, a continuation of 2D shape hunt. If you haven't seen my previous video, make sure to check it out to learn all about the story of tally marks and how to use them. Today we will be applying these skills with 3D shapes. We have got a lot of interesting things lined up, so don't miss out. Stay tuned until the end of the video. The news of the 2D shape groovy dance went viral and soon reached the 3D shapes. They were eager to meet the 2D shape, especially upon learning about their similar body parts. With the permission of the school principal, Bob and Leah invite the 3D shapes to school. All the school kids were overjoyed. The entire school was full of excitement. Leah composed a welcome song and Bob decided to make the 2D and 3D shapes dance to the tune. You can see everyone waiting, including the principal and teachers, in front of the school. Now you can see the gate opening and Nixon and George greeting the 3D shapes in a traditional way. Watch as the 2D and 3D shapes groove to Leah's welcome song guided by Bob. Maths teacher Elsa brings 3D models from the math lab and explains the faces, vertices and edges of 3D shapes. The first one is cuboid. You can see the lines, those are the edges, and the corners are called the vertices. And here you can see the faces of the cuboid. Next is the sphere. Sphere has no edges or vertices. It has only one face. Here it can roll nicely. It's a sphere. Next is a cone. You can see cone. Cone has only one vertex and two faces and one edge. This is a pyramid, triangular base pyramid. Next is the square base pyramid. You can count the edges, vertices and also the number of faces. It's time for the 3D shapes to leave the school premises. After that, Bob and Leah go out for 3D shape hunt. Bob and Leah return to the class after 3D shape hunt. This time they wanted to collect items that resemble different 3D shapes. On their way back, they purchased the following items: 4 notebooks, 7 marbles, 6 ice cream cones, 2 marking pens, 3 party hats and 4 balls. Write the data given in a tabular form and mark tally marks against each item and answer the following questions. The first question is, what 3D shapes do each of these items resemble? Now let's answer that first. Notebooks, cuboid; marbles, sphere; ice cream cones, cone; marking pens, cylinder; party hats, conical shape; and balls, sphere. And how to put the tally marks? Notebooks 4, marbles 7, ice cream cone 6, marking pens 2, party hats 3 and balls 4. Second part of the question, can you suggest 3 additional cube-like items they could have bought? So they could have bought dice, Rubik's Cube and gift boxes. Now the last question, use tally to mark the number of faces, vertices and edges of 3D shapes. You are given here 3D shapes on the right. In the columns also they are marked with their names. Number of faces, vertices and edges are already marked here. You just have to put the tally marks and verify with the figures given here and try to learn this and you can complete. Only one I shall show you here. There are 6 and this is 8 and then 12 and the rest of it you can complete. So that's all in this video. With this I have finished chapter 2 shapes. Next week onwards I shall be doing chapter 3. Thanks for watching the video till the end. Bye. Take care.